Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started.
Last time on Roll with Advantage.
So I just remembered about us being told that our crew is tied up at the docks.
We're not supposed to leave the city, but we're headed west with a ghost crew piloting currently.
So you guys run aground again, and this time the submerged stalagmite cuts so far deep into the ship that the ship actually stops moving forward. There are 4 sharks circling. So what you guys see is...
the sharks eat Kinian too.
Yes. Kinian is looking down in the water, and everybody but Keo notices that Kinian disappears. Keo, what you see is the 2 sharks, they surface out of the water, and they cross... All right, they start to cross, and right at their apex, when they start like converging past each other, that's when Manette fires.
You better not miss, yo.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. So Manette, what happens is you wait,
when they're both...
you wait. There it is. They both converge, and you pull the trigger, and it pierces both of the sharks. Your bullet finding exactly between all of the bones. Yeah, there you go. You need that, though.
I need that.
Your bullet finding a path between all of the bones, not slowed, and passing through the first and hitting vitals in the second.
That was a lot of dice.
49 points of damage.
All right. Holy crap.
Nice.
The first shark, when it hits the water, it hits more like a belly flop. The other lands in the water nose down and is swimming like straight down again. It can't really get that far though.
Would I have been able to tell that one was not dead still?
Yes.
I'm going to use my held action when it hits the water for another guiding bolt.
Okay. Yeah.
18 plus
Oh, yeah.
whatever. So
Winning.
Nice. How much?
18.
Okay,
radiant.
so what happens is as Manette shoots the 2, and just as the second one starts to enter the water, you quickly attack outwards at it, and you hit it, and it expires by the time it's fully submerged.
It kind of explodes too.
Yeah,
It goes into the water, then it floats back up.
Yeah. The front half floats back up. The other half is like burst off the back and is just already floating on the water.
So it smells awesome around here now. Now that we've got all the...
If there were any more sharks, they'd be coming. 'Cause there's the blood in the water.
A lot of blood.
Your ship is not going anywhere.
But it's not sinking.
It is not sinking. The
Balloon.
the balloon is keeping it afloat.
We have some sort of skiff or, yeah.
I reinstall the decanter of endless water
Okay.
into its proper place.
Okay. And after Manette has successfully done that, those on top of the ship, up on the deck, you can see a swarm of sharks now in the water. Lots and lots of these same size 30-foot sharks.
So that's what's happened to all the fish.
How many of
in
these
the
do we need
area?
to get some levels?
Yeah, start grinding.
got
How much
boat.
experience did we just earn?
I appear on the top deck, basically like walking up the stairs with a sandwich in my hand, like total Brad Pitt snacking style, like in the shot, and a mug of ale in the other, and basically I walk over to the ballista and look at Keo, and I'm like, well done.
Kinian, we got to get ready to avenge Kinian.
Oh, Kinian, you survived.
And I believe him. I will be avenged. Do I see anything, basically, like in this cave, like how? I need a mental picture of how we ran above ground, or
Okay, so
And my
picture
question
like
is there like, for lack of a better word, like a sidewalk type of thing where
the
there's
water's
flat-
shallow.
or where there's like flat cave mountainy rock that we could walk on that's above water level?
Yes, inside of the cave.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
So let me draw the picture. So think of this cave mouth to be like a jagged tooth mouth, right? So there's stalagmites and stalactites.
It's Shark Cave.
It's yeah. There's stalagmites and stalactites that are poking downward and upwards. There's some that are crusting the water. There's also many that are not, and they're below the water, kind of like naval mines. They're rusting below the water, and that's what the ship is run aground on. What you can see is there is just barely enough space between one set of these stalagmites in the cave mouth where a ship could fit through. That's it.
Not this ship.
Not this ship. Not anymore. And you do see on the walls of this cave mouth, and it's almost level with the top of the protruding stalagmites, is a pathway cut on both sides of this cave, and it works its way inward.
Would we be able to swing off of one of the ship ropes onto it?
No,
No?
you guys are
Okay.
still pretty far off. You guys are a few hundred feet away.
So
Would
we're
330 feet of rope be enough?
not, for what?
Yeah,
To-
for
to-
what?
I'm like, where are you?
To attach a line.
He could fly over with it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, fuck yeah. So, yes, you would have enough rope. I mean, live by the rope, die by the rope, right? So you would have enough rope on this ship to create a zip line if you want.
Nice.
So we're not currently in the cave. We can see the cave 300
Right.
feet away.
Yes.
I scout the cave.
You scout the cave? Okay.
Keo silently thanks, whatever gods, Kurtlemek
Yeah.
and Lathander, and
Definitely Lathander.
yeah, he's beginning to see the value of Lathander,
Yeah.
and he's seeing the light, so to speak. But his wish has been granted that his friends who died are not dead.
All right. All right. Manette, you can. You are searching the cave. As you come up on this cave mouth, you can just barely see some light where the cave is turning. So the cave makes almost a right angle, like dog leg, to the left, and you can just barely see some light down that passage. Do you want to continue in?
No.
Do you communicate this?
Yeah, I'll fly back to the ship.
Okay.
So what I do, I go up to the foretop with the 330 feet of rope,
Okay.
and I get I set the angle
Mm-hmm.
and that on the automatic ballista thing. I put in the special,
The grappling bolt. Okay.
and then I get into the wheel, and I begin to run to make it fire.
Okay. Okay. Give me a dexterity. So you're flying back, Manette, and you're seeing like this wheel turning up top.
I fly well out of the way.
You're giving it quite the berth.
Just fly way out
It's
of the way.
good an idea in practice.
+6, so
Plus
it's gonna
6.
be
9. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so-
just trying to shoot into the wall.
yeah.
via the
It
walkway.
sticks. It
Two.
sticks into the wall, and the rope is still attached.
And I begin taking that to the very top of the mast, so we
Okay.
can zip line down.
Okay. So you tie off to the top of the mast,
Yeah.
and do you just go for it? You just bump.
You know what I do? I take the glass staff. I
Yeah.
hook it over, and the glass staff lights with the light of stained glass, and I swoop forward.
All right.
I see Kyo doing this, and I drop my sandwich. and I'm like, beers. And I have 2 bottles pop out of my quiver. And not even looking at them, I pop the caps off and drink them.
Okay.
One is a beer. One is not a beer.
Okay. Is the other a potion?
Yes.
Okay, a random apprentice potion.
6 and 8.
Okay, roll 4d4.
4d4?
Yep.
Oh god, did I just magic missile myself?
Nope. You said 6 and 8?
Yeah.
Seriously? Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So you gain that plus 4 in healing.
I'm full.
Okay.
That's a greater healing potion.
Yeah.
These potions are badass.
And then here's what you get. The character is blinded for 1 minute, but has double the proficiency on checks that are hearing based and disadvantage on all saving throws hearing based.
At which point I'm like, I feel great. Ah! And I turn into a bat and start flying away.
Nice. Okay. All
This
right.
reminds him of the time that he drank the hooch that had methanol in it.
Yeah. Yep.
So now I'm flying toward the cave as a bat, which
Okay.
doesn't have to see.
So it's gonna take you definitely more than 1 minute to get to the cave. So, that's a fun one. Okay, so Keo is ziplining. Kinian is a bat. What are you guys doing?
It was a potion of bat form.
Does Manette zipline just
Yeah.
cause? Okay.
It looks like fun.
He probably takes the flying
It is
broom.
fun.
I take the flying broom and I use that as my.
I
That's
also
my
zip
zipline.
line.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna make you guys do a strength save. I like the shit out of that idea. So you guys just all the way down this awesome zip line.
I drop off
Hitting knots
about
every once in a while.
15, about 15, 20 feet out and
Okay.
swing down
Mount
onto
the
the
broom.
broom and fly in the rest.
Manette has acquired this broom.
Yep.
It's just like my alchemy jug.
You mean my beer truck?
Yeah, Keo's feeling like the little brother, I think. That's mine. Okay, so I need everybody who was doing the rope. I need a dexterity save on the end, please.
So you don't hit the wall.
Except for Manette. So Manette made it clear that he is flying. So
18.
18. Okay.
Can I have advantage for being a monk?
And then
No.
And then I'm stealthing at an 18 as well.
Okay.
Once I get there.
If I get a 20 or higher, I'm saying I'm doing flips.
Okay.
How's that wall feel, Bon?
What do you got?
All right, so let me paint you a picture.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like showing off, right? I'm like, yeah, these guys got it right on the bottom of the rope. I'm running and I turn around and I start doing backflips, right into the wall.
A nat 1, huh?
It wasn't a 1, but it wasn't very good.
Okay, so you backflip into this wall and you make this loud thud and just like thump, and then you like slide down the wall and you hit the walking path. 10. 7. Okay. Nothing bad happens. You
Okay.
you hit the wall hard. You let go at the wrong
okay.
time. You let go too late, and you hit this wall, and a loud clang sounds as your shield like bashes up against the wall.
Full of a tuck.
Next time, throw yourself in. So let's have some description here. How do you guys want to explore this cave?
I'm flying as a bat.
Carefully.
So I can describe what I'm doing. I'm going to take front, and I'm moving stealthily, and I'm waving the glass staff, which is now dull and clear. You know, it's not bright with light anymore because I'm using my dark vision. and I swing it in front of me back and forth, just to kind of make sure there's no.
He's minesweeping.
tripwires.
Traps. Okay.
Trap
It's
Roomba.
it's a little over 200 feet wide. The mouth of this cave is.
Holy shit.
That's pretty wide.
Yeah, this is a big cave. Yeah.
Big cave.
Yeah, I mean, if you imagine it, like you got to fit a full-size ship into it if you want to sail into it. So I mean, it's got to be
Yeah,
pretty
man.
tall.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Didn't realize it was that kind of a cave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, the path type thing we're walking on, is that like 10 feet wide?
It is a
5
5
feet.
foot wide,
Okay.
and it's actually cut. It is not. It's not naturally broken. It is clearly cut. It looks magically hewn.
Stone shaped.
Actually, you see the same grooves cut like you saw in the dungeon, the Acererak dungeon.
Nope. Let's leave.
That could just mean that it's the same spell.
That worked out so well last time, though.
Yeah. So you guys enter. Keo is out front, quietly sweeping.
Yeah, stealthing at an 18.
Yep.
Oh, I'm way past him at this point.
Oh, you're okay. So
I'm flying as a bat, just like going spastic all over the place.
okay. So I will describe what you see after I describe
Sure.
what the party sees.
I'm going to stealth as well.
What he echolocates.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm at a stealthy 16 with Minette there.
20.
11.
So I have your marching order as Keo, Minette, Bon, Tin. Minette's probably out on a different tier from you guys.
He's
So
on
it's
the side.
yeah. So it's basically Keo, Bon, and Tin. It is going to be Minette who's going to see this first, just because you're out wider. You see a set of water locks downstream. This stream is flowing outwards towards the sea, and stream is not a good way to explain this. This is a river. You see that there are torches on each set of these locks. There's 3 locks, and
That means we're in the wrong spot.
Canal locks.
yes, canal locks.
Raise up the
Yep.
ship.
Think like Sioux locks. So
If there's locks, that means we're in the wrong place because the tide's not going to affect it.
If for our crew, the high tide.
I gotcha.
That could be a misleading thing, though. Our crew could be totally safe at a bar getting drunk for all we know.
There are locks in front of you. Minette, you see in the torchlight 2 sets of 2 on each lock. Kinian, as you approach,
Passively perceiving at a 21.
all right, as you approach, you see them to be abominations of a crossing of sea creature and human. Some of them look scaly and have really wide finned ears and long fish-like snouts and webbed feet and fingers. Some of them just have big tentacle arms, and others have like octopus legs. Think like others look a lot like what's her face from Little Mermaid, Ursula. Yeah, where they've got the octopus legs, but they're still out of water. They're breathing air. They look to be holding guard.
How many of these things do I see?
You see 4 times 3, 12.
How big is this room that we're in with these locks?
Huge.
So I'm flying at this point, probably like way above them, just kind of like
Yeah.
chirping around.
This cave is a little over 200 foot tall.
Jeez. I fly to the next room.
So you fly past them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye, best fighter we have.
Minette,
Yes.
not knowing his information, you do see these same things, not quite in detail, but you can make them out to be fish-like creatures. What would you like to do?
I'll fly over. Well, I don't need to fly over to the party. Hey guys, there's these things up ahead.
Yep. And because it's not spoken,
And I can hear you.
Yep.
I wrote a quick write a quick note because they're talking in their heads, and I think I can figure that out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. They like go out to lunch for a second.
And I'm like, "What's up?" Hold it up.
Oh. Okay.
Communicate with
Yeah,
the
yeah.
pad of paper.
With a pad of paper. I like it.
So it's quiet.
Bon and Tin, Keo's standing there with a pad of paper, like pointing to it, and it says, "What's up?"
Stalactites.
Yeah, I hold it out for them to write.
Yep. Yep.
I take the paper from him and I write.
You
There are
describe
dudes
it.
up there.
Okay. I ask for a picture.
I draw a question mark.
I draw octopus and
Okay.
people and put them like on top of each other.
You draw a stick figure and then an octopus, and you
Yeah.
put a plus symbol between
Yeah.
them. Yes.
And then I write that I can make us look like them.
I turn into one of them. Like, oh, that's a really good idea.
Okay.
Because I have seeming.
Yeah.
So,
I shake my head.
no.
No. Okay.
Okay.
So while they're all communicating with this, do I see like approach the next area? Like I'm scouting ahead, because in my just to kind of like dictate what's going on in Gideon's head is, I know that once I'm no longer a bat today, that I can't do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking a sneak peek ahead. I want to get more intel before I make a loud noise.
Yeah.
And possibly draw more.
Okay. Yeah. Let's. So what I'm gonna say is the other half of the party is planning. So while they're planning on how they're gonna get past this hiccup here, Kinian, you are flying, and you start to see faint glow of yellow greenish light, like phosphorescent light. So it's been pitch black after these locks, and we're talking like
And I have blind
6
sight.
yeah,
Fine,
yeah, and we're talking like 600 feet at least. Like, this is a very long canal before you even start seeing this light, and it's weaving, and you start to see this glow, and the glow is coming down from the top of the cavern, and you see some bats flying around in here, disturbed by whatever sounds are coming from the town that's in front of you.
Oh, there's a town.
There's a full town in front of you now.
I immediately about face
Okay.
and start flying back toward the lock.
What was your passive?
21.
21. So as you come into this larger area, like it's grown narrow at this point. The thinnest point in this river is just before the town, and the water is strongest here. You can actually hear it, kind of like rapids, but it's just because of the water's flowing so fast. You see it opens up into this large town, and just you about face, and as you're flying back, it registers in your brain. You see 7 figures. You're registering this after you're about facing. You saw 7 figures tied up to a building that is on stilts. So think of this town as being a town that is used to tide changing, whether it's because of the flood of the river or whatever happens in this area. This town has different tiers to it, and the lower buildings are in disuse. They still look like they're in use, but they are they're poorly taken care of. And then there's some that are on short stilts, and those look a little better, but not really that great. And then there's pristine buildings that are on high stilts. And this one building where these 7 figures are tied up to is a circular building, and it rises above all of the city. You notice that there are humanoid figures walking the streets, and that's what you process as you're flying away.
Kinian's busy, like
Yeah.
laughing to himself. Actually, like bat laughter. It's creepy as hell, and it's totally throwing off my flight.
He's scaring himself.
But I'm kind of like cheaping my way back because now I've seen what I feel is like civilization, and I probably am not smart enough to realize that the people tied up are the crew. But maybe not.
You actually couldn't discern.
Could discern.
You were looking for tied up people, though.
You are, yes.
So you might be able to.
You can
infer
make that inference potentially, but I mean that's up to you.
But the primary reason I was pushing ahead is just to make sure that when I rage out on these guys, that nothing bad happens. And I return cheeping and laughing to myself as I fly up 200 feet to the very top of the cavern, above the locks,
Okay.
directly above the second grouping, and land on a stalagmite.
A stalactite.
Stalactite.
Okay. Yeah. Go 200 feet, drop. Lands on stalagmite. That's how Kenyon writes himself out. But yeah, a stalactite.
And I land on the stalactite, and you probably hear at this point, like, almost like a Kenyon-esque creepy, like, bat cheeps that are just going insane as I become Kenyon, rage, and swing my axe into the biggest stalactite I can see to
All right.
knock it loose.
All right. Give me let's see. Yeah, give me a hit. And then give me your damage. The hit is just to see how well it's placed. You're not gonna necessarily miss unless it's a 1.
How about a 26 as I swing power attack?
Okay. Not nat 20, right?
No.
Okay. What's your damage?
And Orcish Fury. Subpar. That's 35 points of damage.
Okay. So are you attacking the stalagmite you're on? Or
Yes.
stite? Yeah.
Like,
Thank you.
I landed on it and I bamped and I swing at it. I don't know if I have an opportunity before I start falling to swing a second time. That'd be up to you.
It sticks in.
Yeah.
He's hanging from it. Oh, crap.
Yeah, that's how I'm thinking of it, is like you land a pretty good hit. It's not breaking this stalactite loose. Think of this stalactite to be 20 feet diameter, so a 10-foot radius.
He did say the biggest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are big stalactites. So yes, you land a hit, and some like rocks tumble down and like splash into the water, and you guys just hear like a
And I'm guessing I don't have purchase enough to swing again.
You can attempt to swing again. You'll
Before I
have to
start
do an
falling?
athletics. You'll have to do an athletics to see if you can like hug it with your legs. You know what I mean? Like you could potentially try and do that.
I don't care if I start falling.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
wondering if I get another hit.
Yeah, I think if that's what you want to do, if you want to try and hit it
I'm
again.
trying to knock this thing
Yeah,
down
yeah.
onto them.
Lumberjacks do that shit where they pull and then they hit and then they climb up. It's like a fish ladder. Like the exercise thing. Yeah,
All right.
I'll go for it. This is fantasy land where ridiculous things
24.
happen. So
24 points of damage then.
okay. It is. It's not necessarily in the same spot, but you're seeing large cracks moving through, and the cracks are getting wider. You can almost get your hand into one for a free climb if you so choose.
Okay.
It is not loose.
I'll
though.
try to hang on to.
Okay. Give me a strength athletics. At this point, you guys have now heard him very clearly.
Checks. 22.
And I
And
think
this is happening right as I'm writing out that I can like make us look like the things.
yeah.
And you hear like, "Rah!"
And the clang.
So
and
I would probably be able to see this happening.
Mhm.
I communicate what's happening to
Okay.
the rest of the guys. It's just like, Kenyan's doing something.
Surprise is up.
and you hear through the ring, "There's a frickin' city down here, and I saw some people tied up. Let's end this."
Hey everyone, I'm DM Allen. This is episode 28 of season 2. Thank you so much for listening. Big shout out to all of you guys. Thank you for sharing us on social media. Make sure to leave a comment if you like the show and rate us if you can. Give us a shout out on social media if you haven't already. It's at DM's Table on Twitter, and on Facebook we're at the DM's Table. Use the hashtag #RollWithAdvantage, and we'll be there with a high five or a fist bump. It's con season as you know it, and let us know on social media what con you're going to, what con we can meet you at. We want to meet our fans and have a ton of fun. So hit us up and let us know. Here's AJ to tell us about this week's sponsor.
This week's sponsor is Audible. Audible is an amazing audiobook platform that has over 180,000 audiobooks to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Our listeners get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/RWA. I recommend the Superpowereds series by Drew Hayes. It follows a group of teenage supers training to be heroes. It has everything from college spring break shenanigans to epic superhero battles. All 4 books in the series are available now on Audible.
I'm going to have to check that book out. That sounds awesome. Next, I want to talk about Incompetech.com. Incompetech.com is a fantastic service out there. They've got great background music. You've heard it all through our episodes. We've been using them as part of the show for a very, very long time. They are absolutely fantastic. And the best part about it is it's free. You can use them for your podcasts. You can use them for your home game. You can use them for a ton of different things. So go check them out. Here's a sample. That's Incompetech.com. Hey, that's all I've got for you for this episode. So let's get back to the action. I'll see you out on the internet. Bye.
Was it the same amount of people as our missing crew?
Yes.
There were 7.
Yes.
That's how many crew we're missing.
Have the enemies spotted me up there hacking away?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
You can roll me a stealth if you so choose. Yeah.
Because I've got the bat cloak. Don't matter. At advantage, don't do shit. 7.
Okay, so
7. It's all poopy.
yeah,
So they're hearing clink.
they look up and they're like garbling this like water talk, and you guys can see that they are distracted by Kenyan.
Surprise round?
Yes.
I start shooting.
Okay. All right. So
I
Is
cast
it
a
a
spell.
what's that?
Is it a full surprise or?
It will be a full surprise. Anybody with ranged attack can attack.
Yep.
You guys are way too far away to
Yeah, I know.
to run up.
But I was wondering if it counted as like full set of action.
I can say that you guys made it within, I don't know, 100 feet. Yeah, 120.
100. All right.
So-
Can I intuit what Kenyan's attempting to do and what the potential results are going to be?
Yes, you can definitely intuit what he's attempting. You think that that though it is a very solid plan, it's aimed potentially at the wrong location or at the unintended location. It is going to hit one of the locks, so it will break a lock.
Okay.
Yep.
So second tier, which gate is it going to?
So it's gonna hit the second gate.
I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to attempt to help
To
him.
assist? Yeah. Well, you do have the wand of magic missiles if you just want to quick throw something that way.
Throw some blast out.
Yeah. Bond, do you have anything that you can do? Otherwise, I'll write you off for this round.
I'm just gonna
You're gonna
use
run.
my surprise to run.
Okay. So you double move for your surprise round.
Are you like skipping across the sections of water?
Yeah,
too?
when I get close to the lock,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start running in the water.
Oh, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon shit.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Nice.
I love it.
And then when I get to the lock, I'm gonna
Yeah.
run up the lock.
Inspiration.
I guess the better question is, when the lock breaks, is that going to hurt the guards in any way? Are they in a position where they're going to be hurt, or is my time better spent attacking them directly?
Insight on that one.
Okay, 23.
It's going to hurt the first tier. So
There's going to be water that comes
there's going to
down.
be they're not empty. So there is a large amount of water that's going to come down. You're not quite sure if these locks can handle double the amount of water. So
So that could affect us too.
it could affect you guys, but it will definitely affect those right there. So Bond, yes.
Okay. Will a 15 hit?
Yes.
35 damage to someone on the top tier, because I got the range.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hear another one of like a sound kind of like Kinian's hit. Just you see in the back one of the folks looking up towards Kinian. The top part of their face is still looking up as the bottom part slumps to the ground, and then the top part falls.
Nice.
He did.
So,
He did.
can I go?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So I shoot a quicken fire bolt at the closest one.
Okay.
Ooh, that sucks. That one probably misses actually. Does a 13 hit?
13 hits.
Oh,
Ooh,
cool.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm probably under.
Yeah, these guys are unarmored, so
So 3d10.
it looks like they've just got natural
16,
armor.
26 plus 29 damage.
29 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. You shoot one of the guards on the first tier,
Yeah.
and you blow its arm away.
Is it still alive?
It's just hanging on.
That's okay because
Put it out of
I
its
follow
misery.
with a since that one was quick and that was a bonus action.
Okay.
I follow with a twinned firebolt to it and the other one that's in that range.
Oh shit! So 3 firebolts.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay,
here's the
let's-
second one at that guy.
Yep.
And it will hit as well. And it deals 15 damage.
Okay. So this other figure on the
that-
first tier is looking
Well,
upwards.
that was the one that I hit before. And then-
Yeah. It's looking upwards also at Kinian with its back facing you. Its arm like bursts into flames and blows off of it, and it like stumbles forward. But as it stumbles forward, your second firebolt strikes it in its chest and burns through.
And then I hit the other one.
Your third firebolt hits. All right.
Yeah, because that's
Yep.
20.
Yep. Go for it.
And that one deals 20 damage to the other one.
Okay, 20 damage. So,
And
the
it's
other
fire
one,
damage.
the other one, you hit it right in its squid legs, and you actually you remove the lower half of the squid legs. It's a stump on the bottom, and it is like writhing around on the ground. It's still alive, unfortunately.
So I only have one half-alive target to aim at.
Yeah, and it's on the ground like writhing.
Okay, then I'm not going to use flaming or scorching ray, 'cause that's a waste. So instead, I'm going to use guiding bolt.
Okay.
The danger is that it's prone, and it's a range attack spell, so it'd be at disadvantage.
Unless
for
you
your
got a
roll.
save cantrip like Toll the Dead.
But you could
Plus
try
Oh,
to
I do.
it
Well, I do have Toll of the Dead, and that actually works better when they're
Yeah.
damaged.
and make Alan save or fail.
Okay, I point at one creature within range, and the sound of a dolorous bell fills the air for a moment. So they're gonna have to do a whiz save or take necrotic damage.
He failed.
Ooh.
Fuck.
He did.
A 21, 26 necrotic
Okay.
damage.
So the sound of this bell is just tolling, and you see black smoke come up out of the ground and start to wrap this creature and pull it into the ground like Freddy Krueger style, and it like its whole self snaps as it gets pulled and dragged down to hell.
I like that description.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the spell more often.
Yeah.
So we're gonna roll new
Yes.
initiative.
Roll initiative, please.
That's not very Lathander flavored.
And now I crit.
No, but
19.
it's a necrotic spell, so.
And that thing's an abomination, so.
Yeah.
I'm also at I'm also
a
at
little warm.
19.
Who's going first?
What? I can go. Okay.
I stay where I'm at.
I wasted my freaking crit.
14.
I am sitting at a 4.
I'm at a 5.
Gideon, it's your turn. Go.
Just real quick, I don't know if I had mentioned, but I definitely move my full movement at the end of my turn.
Okay.
Towards the.
Towards the
And I
locks.
flew up towards the ceiling.
Okay,
Okay.
so there's actually a way to walk to the locks.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
So let's let's imagine this. So you have one footpath on both sides, basically, of the cave, and they both go to the first lock. The right side has a footpath going up to the next lock, which then serpentines across the lock and then goes up to the third tier and then back over. Does that make sense?
And we're on the left side.
You're on the left side. So you got to go across the first lock, then up, and then across the second lock, and then up. It is, Kinian, your turn. So you hear the shot ring out, and you hear probably the death cries of a couple of these sea spawns. And what do you do?
When I look down, do I see the friendlies underneath this thing or just the baddies?
What's your passive?
16.
16. You see Bon and Tin, and they are down like on the locks. Bon is on top of the first lock, and Tin is there like holding her hand out as one of the creatures is like getting dragged down into hell.
Jeez. Do I feel like if I were to knock a piece of this loose, would it hurt my friends?
Yeah.
I let go and begin falling.
Swan dive. Surface tension is a real thing.
I load my axe into the quiver while falling.
Okay.
And
You're not gonna hit the water yet, so.
my plan is to grab my cloak with both
Oh,
hands.
I got you. Okay, so you're
Before I
like
get
you're
low.
letting go,
Flying
and then you're
squirrel.
grabbing
I'm-
at your cloak.
I'm flying
Okay.
squirrel. I'm gonna be basically dive bombing into the enemies.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. Okay.
Head first.
Yeah.
Head first, like
Yeah.
like a rocket.
All right, Keo.
All right. I'm going to move 30 feet towards, and then I'm going to, at this point, they're still too far
Okay.
out so I'm going to distance spell a firebolt
Okay.
at one of the ones on the other side of the first lock.
Okay.
And 18 should hit, right?
Yes.
Of fire. Yeah, and I say pew.
23 damage. You blow apart one of these tentacle arms that this creature has. It's still gripping on for dear life.
And I give up all semblance of stealth as
Okay.
the glass staff lights.
Okay. It is now Manette's turn.
I shoot one of the guys on the top tier.
Okay.
That's gonna hit. I rolled a 17.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's like 26. I just rolled 6 5s on 66s.
All right.
So 34
Yahtzee.
damage. Yahtzee.
It's like an auto kill, right?
Yeah, that's Yahtzee. What is how much? damage?
34 damage.
That is a kill. So you take this one. You take this one right in the spine, and it blows the center of the back out, and through the front, the heart just explodes, and it falls forward into the river water, and is pushing up against the gate.
I'm still really amazed by all the 5s that I just rolled. That's just
Yahtzee,
crazy.
bro.
I've never done
Yahtzee.
that in D&D before. So, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Above par.
Bon.
As I reach the top of the lock numero uno,
Yeah.
I yell out, "The vampires have fallen! Flee!" And then run down the other side. I
Run
just-
down the other side of what?
The lock.
Oh, so you're gonna go over?
Up.
Okay.
Over.
Okay. All right.
And I just keep running towards lock numero 2.
Okay. So
He can
the
run-
only way you could do that is run it along the side of the wall. There's no path
Yeah.
going between these
He
locks.
can run on walls.
That's what I'm
Yep,
doing.
yep.
As long as he
Okay.
doesn't end his turn on them.
Actually, I mean, DM discretion here, but it does say for the duration of the movement. So take that as
No,
if I
that's-
don't stop moving, it would be fine.
It's if you don't stop moving that turn is how I'm
Okay.
going to
Mm-hmm.
interpret that. So, but these walls are pretty jagged. So if you give me a athletics, you can kind of Prince of Persia hold on to the side of this wall.
Come on, Jake Gyllenhaal.
How far down is it?
How far down is what?
The lock.
The lock? It's filled.
Oh,
So it's water. You can run across the top of it, but you'd still have to grab onto the wall because it's too far for your movement. That's why I was saying if Kinian dropped that piece, it would flood the next gate because these are full locks.
It would
right now.
displace the water.
so all of them are full.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So it is 120 feet from one lock to the next. How much movement do you got?
110.
110. So you'd have to stop just shy on the wall. All right, give me your athletics.
What is that? A 12?
12.
That is an 11.
Okay, you're holding on. These are jagged walls.
Sweet.
They're not slippery necessarily.
I'm all like, shoot, that was a lot further than I thought it was.
Your eyesight just was just a little too close.
It's like it's a little darker in here than
Yes.
I realized. I thought it was.
Yep. 10.
I moved 35 feet last time. I move another 35 feet. Am I within 120 feet of any living target enemy?
Not this time.
Okay. That's my turn then.
Yep. Okay.
You
can- you can
double move. If you
I
double
will
move,
double move then.
okay, your next turn you'll be within range.
Okay.
They are going to actually here's what happens. The top tier pulls the floodgate. The second tier pulls the floodgate, and the lower tier just jumps into the water below the locks. Like they're trying to run away, and there's no way they're gonna outrun this water, so they're just jumping into the water.
Oh, they're trying to get below the lock level so the water
Yeah.
goes over.
Yep. Okay, so everybody who is on the ground, so not Manette, Keotin, and Bon, you all need to make athletics or a strength saving throw. That's what I mean. You are trying to hold on as the water slams into you.
I got a
19.
14. Okay. Keo, you are swept up in this water, and you are pushed over the edge down below into the lower river, and the water pounds on you. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage from the water striking you, and then you also take 11 points of bludgeoning as you strike the lower water. 10 strength save.
6. Is that
Six.
the same damage for me?
Same damage for you. So,
Okay.
Bon.
Yep.
You are struck by it, but you do not wash away. You take half of 11, so 5. It is now Kinian's turn.
Do I see them trying to run back toward the city?
They're moving towards the city. Yes. They
Then-
haven't gotten very far, but yes.
Then I pull up and fly that direction to get in front of them.
Okay. You're gonna head them off.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to head them off.
So I'm moving at 80 essentially.
Mhm.
Is that enough to get in front of their path?
Not this round.
Okay. Then I'm gonna remain flying.
Keo, your turn.
All right, so how far did I fall?
You fell 3d6 worth, so
3d6, that's 30 feet.
30 feet.
Okay, then I climb back up to the level of the lock,
Okay.
which would use I'd have to dash it, so it's everything I can
Okay.
do because you climb at half speed.
Yep.
You need me to make an athletics for that, or?
No, not at this point. As you're climbing out, you feel something brush up against your leg. And when you look down in the water, you don't see anything. It is now Manette's turn.
I shoot one of the ones that's running away on top tier. 18 to hit.
18 hits, yes.
25.
25 points of damage. You blow away a chunk of its thigh, and it's moving at quarter speed at this point. Like its one leg is just dragging.
I begin to fly forward.
Okay, yeah. What's your intent? You just want to? Do you want to head them off too, or do you want to kind of position yourself so that you can take out anybody who like comes up out of the water? That's a baddie.
I am gonna fly down towards my party to try and
Help them out of the
help
water.
them. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So you see Keo climbing out, but you see Tin still in the water, so you head that way. Bon.
I run up the second lock.
All right. You're running up the other side of this lock, and as you're running up, you pass one of the creatures holding the side of the cliff face, and is like holding on for dear life.
I pull him up.
Okay. So you grab him by the nasties and just
By the nasties. Pull him up. Yep.
Yep. So his squid arm wraps around your arm, and you pull him up and set him on top of the lock.
And I say, "Flee! The vampire killers are here."
10.
I use my movement and action, I'm assuming, to climb out of the water.
Yes. I need you to give me a contested strength. Use your athletics or acrobatics, whatever is better.
16.
You are grappled by the water.
Not something in the water, but the water itself.
So it seems. The water has reached up and wrapped around your waist, and as you're holding on, it's holding on to you. So you still have purchase on the side of this lock. You're not dragged down into the water, but you are grappled.
So can I use an action still?
No.
Okay. That's fine. I just wanted to clarify.
Yep. Spawn that you saved, it runs across the locks the way it needs to go in order to leave.
Making Zoidberg noises.
Yeah. The other two spawns are still running away. Kenny, and you'll be able to head them off. The one is doing terribly. 10, another strength check, please.
10.
Okay.
Can I notice the weird way that the water
fuck
is
yes.
acting? Okay.
Yeah, think of it like the chaos thing from Sonic. The water comes up with like these pseudopods and like wraps around Tin and looks like it's trying to pull her down. Currently, it's not capable of pulling her off the wall. It's tugging on you, but it's not able to drag you down into the depths.
Hooray!
It is Kinian's turn.
I'm flying to get ahead of these guys. Am I able to do it in 40, or do I have to dash to get ahead?
I will give you 40. These guys are like under duress at this point, so
How many are there?
2.
Just 2?
And one's severely wounded.
Then I drop right in the middle of them,
Okay.
and I'm letting go of my cloak. I bring my hands up into the air, and the axe lands in my hands, and I swing it directly down onto the most injured one.
Yes.
Nice.
I love it. I'm going to give
Recklessly.
you inspiration, by the way, for how you're describing
Abusing my quiver?
abusing your
Yeah.
quiver. I love how you're using it.
Because I don't want to have to, like, pull things out of it.
Yeah.
I'd rather just
I
be
like it launching into
it,
your
it
hand.
knows what I want, or I request what I want, and sometimes it doesn't work right because
Yeah.
I get potions instead of beer. 26 hits, I'm guessing.
26 definitely hits.
It's my mind that's conflicted. I'm just like,
Yeah.
bottle. And I'm not specific.
You forget that you
Specific
have
enough.
more things than
Yes.
besides alcohol.
Because why would I have it? And I am not raging, so that's only
To the damaged one?
23 damage.
To the damaged one?
Yeah.
You land and you put your hands back for your strike, and the battle axe is right there, the great axe, and you land it, cutting all the way through, long ways through this humanoid. and it splits into and just one half falls into the water and is flowing downstream.
And I turned to the one next to him and I said, "Do you really want to try me?" That's
Apparently.
it. 21.
21, and you sink it into its clavicle.
And I hit him again at a 16.
Yeah.
27 points of damage.
You take it from the clavicle and you spin around, lopping its head off, and it just like a sack of potatoes.
And I just stand there with my weapon out in one hand to the left, like balanced out, and looking back to the party. Where'd everyone go?
You're holding the weapon out, and it's balanced, and the skull like lands on the flat bit, and it's just like sitting there like on a plate.
I meant
It
to
looks
do
very
that.
surprised.
Yeah. The eyes are super wide on it. It is now Kyo's turn.
So, can I get within range of Zoidberg?
Yes. Yes,
I
I'll say
pull
yes.
out my wand of paralysis and I say, Medusioso.
Okay.
There's a save. If he fails, he's paralyzed.
What is the spell save DC?
I think it's mine.
That's
Mine's
the number. Mine.
Mine's a 16.
Okay. What?
Is it
What's the
strength,
modifier?
wisdom?
Target must be DC 15 con save throw, so it's not even.
Oh, it makes it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I attempt to paralyze,
Paralyze.
and it didn't work.
All right. Manette.
Am I able to shoot the water tentacle that's grabbed Tin that in a way that I don't risk hitting her?
Yeah, you can shoot in the water where you think it is.
Okay.
It's going to be disadvantage.
Okay.
2 20s?
Damn, son.
Can I get some of that? Thanks, guys.
No!
Can I get some
No!
of
Don't
that?
give it to the DM.
Nice. Oh,
52.
52 damage.
52 damage.
You shoot the water.
And nothing happens.
Wah,
It
wah.
wasn't there.
I mean, it doesn't bleed, so I mean, you shoot the water.
Well done. You shot the shit out of that water.
I presume it's an elemental, so.
It had an AC of -5.
It tried to maintain its hold on Tin, and it just can't.
Can't even.
Yeah, it just
Little bit
can't even
distracted.
right now. Okay, it just can't even.
Gosh, guys.
Its pseudopods are like flipping around in the air and trying to find Tin again. It is now Bond's turn.
I run to the third lock. That's the word lock.
Okay. Tin.
I finish climbing.
You get to the top of the lock, and you are able to attack if you like.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll just throw a guiding bolt at it because radiant, yeah. 12 hit.
On the water, no. The pseudopod can't find Tin, so it recesses back into the water. Currently, there is only one enemy available, and that is our good friend Medusa Steve over there, who's running away still.
His name is Steve.
Zoidberg, yes. He is running. It is now Kinian's turn.
Kinian is how far away from all this at this point?
A long ways. You're at about 200 feet.
Well, Kinian's gonna take his action to say bottle.
Another
and-
bottle?
Yes.
Okay.
And basically, after drinking the bottle, as long as I don't explode, I will take flight in the shade of the cave.
Okay.
I've got a 4 and a 4.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. This one is called a little extra effect potion of stone skin.
I ran out of rages. This is convenient.
It is for 1 hour. You have resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And your secondary I'm sorry. That is your secondary effect. Your primary effect.
I explode.
I love this table. You're such a genius. This is so this potion is called Botched Filter of Love with a little extra effect of stone skin.
I'm hard.
Steel hard. Stone hard.
Oh my god.
Like a rock.
The next time you see a creature within 10 minutes after drinking this filter, you become charmed by this creature for 1 hour. If the creature is a species and gender you are normally attracted to, you you regard it as your true love while you are charmed. Anything basically with legs.
I do fly ahead toward the city, though. So
Oh,
I take flight and head that way.
go the other way.
And that's not based off the filter. I feel bad for not declaring that prior to drinking the potion,
It's all right.
but we're good, and I'm flying off that way.
Yeah, at this point, all you feel is the stone skin.
Yeah.
You don't know the effects.
Hard.
Stone hard.
Strong like bull.
All right. So, it is Kyo's turn. Do you want to continue to try to
Yeah.
Medusa this guy?
Yeah.
Are my pants uncomfortable?
I think everybody else is uncomfortable by your pants.
A little extra wind resistance.
It's a steering udder.
All right. I'm sorry, Ben. What?
It shows his third tusk. Anyway, sorry.
And that's where we'll end it tonight. Good night. That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
I tried a Medusioso again.
Okay. It attempts. It's a con save, right?
Mm-hmm. DC 15.
10.
All right. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hands up.
His momentum makes him fall to the ground.
Yeah,
forward.
I'm down with that. You freeze him, and he's mid-run, and he just thump on his face.
See if I have any other rope to tie him up. If you hadn't destroyed them, I could have used my iron bands.
All right, so that's how we're gonna end it for tonight. Hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has awesome blogs. They've got cool information on there about writing new adventures and things around D&D. You can find a giant archive on all our episodes. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.